This conference
Let
will
me
now be recorded.
you know, I need to log out from my system, otherwise recording will catch that. Yeah, so today we are going to start with the CPQ code template. So basically, CPQ code template is the last pillar of Salesforce system, that is Salesforce CPQ system, that is generating a PDF, right? So we discussed three pillars of Salesforce CPQ. First one is like C, that is configuration, that we discussed like product configuration and multiple things there. Then we discuss P, means pricing, that there we discuss pricing, discounting, price rules, summary variable, all these things, right? And then even we discuss contracting services, and then we are going to discuss with the last pillar, that is a quotation at last Q, CPQ, right? So that Q is like quote template. So that is you are generating the PDF for your customer. So that part we are going to discuss. So how you can create PDF. So the traditional way is like what they are doing actually, they're adding the products. So if you take the example of Salesforce standard code, they're adding the products on the code. They are doing all this math in the Word document, and they are sending that Word document to your end customer. That is the traditional process. But Salesforce CPQ Salesforce CPQ provided this code document feature that we can use to generate PDF. So let me show you one thing before I go to the, so on any code, for example, I added two code lines, correct? So two code lines, Honda CBZ, Honda Quick Heal basic package. For example, I added two product. There is one button actually provided to the Salesforce, sales rep, that is generate document. So if you click on that, it's taking time today. This generation will always take time. Instead of generation, I can see preview as well, but let's wait. So what it do, that generate PDF button, that will show you like which template, the template you need to create, and which template you want to select, which language you want to select, right? So for example, template, how to create templates, I will show you that. That is our today's topic, right? Code template. So that part we can start, but at least I want to give you a high level idea to everyone, like what is generating the document, so you will understand like what I'm trying to. So you can create different types of template. So as part of last batches, we created this CPQ code template one. You can select test template as well. So maybe based on your business, right? We can have template for renewal, we can have template for amendment, we can have a template for new, we can have direct business, partner business. So it's up to your business, like what type of PDF they want to generate, right? How they want content there, what are the content there. Based on that template you can select. For example, it's code is renewal code, you can select a renewal template that you created. So automatically it will give you all the data, and that PDF you can send to the customer. So for example, I selected CPQ code template. You can select whatever the language you want, right? Korean, Dutch, then Russian, English. So right now I will go with the English, and then as part of next session or day after that, we can discuss all other languages as well, how to add translations for that. So when you click on preview button, it will show you the all the products added on this code. So code number is 53. So everything will be dynamically displayed there, and you don't need to worry about. So for example, your code term, what is your start date of code, end date of code, everything you can pull from code object and display on the generated PDF document, right? Not sure why it's taking, but it's fine. So to create those template, there are multiple options for Siri. So those also we can discuss. So if you search here code template, this is the object. I think I'm facing some network connectivity issue, maybe failed to load PDF document. Something is not working actually. Oh, so let me preview it. Let me refresh this. Let me go to the code template. Let me preview this again. My God, this is too much slow actually. Let me switch my network otherwise. Give me 1 second. I'm just switching my network. I'm just changing the network connection. Hear me now or not yet? I just switched my network actually. Okay, you can hear me. Thank you, Kachna. So let me try to preview this document. So what I'm trying to say here, we have different objects here. So if you go here, you can see the code template object, right? So this is your master object. If you go to that object, you will see all the templates. So you can create your own template, as I mentioned here, right? So for example, you created this template. You added some text here. For example, your company is Infosys, for example. So I just added that text here, Pune, your code number, your date, when it will expire, your what is your bill to, what is your ship to, what is your sales rep name, right? So what are your products? So I just added that. I just need to work on more here to just add this width and everything. So you can see quantity is 2, your product name is two-wheeler and quick hill basic package. What is my price? What is your extended price? And if it is bundle product or not, and your total amount is this. So you can add your terms and conditions here. So even you can add signature part. So these are the different things. You can add your whatever you want. This is the Salesforce PDF I added here, but just want to show you how your code template is created, right? So you can create your own code template and that will be available here. So what I will do, I will try with the one new template today, so you'll understood better. So I will say this as CPQ code template. I can see this as 2, right? Maybe 930 batch. I will give my name for my convenience, but we can have actual names, that is renewal code template, amendment code template, new code template, right? And I will say this is deployed. I will not add anything here. Maybe actually there are different fields. I will come back and explain logo. For example, what logo you want to display here, right? So when you click on preview, you can add your company's logo as well. So that logo image you can store here. So we'll come back and explain watermark as well. I can explain here, right? So if you want to display your Infosys logo here, for example, so you can display that. So you can use that field. So we'll come back and explain all these fields. And even there are some page information. Page information means how you want to display this particular page. What is your page width? What is your top margin? What is your left margin? What is your top page height? What is your bottom margin, right margin, right? So these fields are present there. Header footer is also there. We'll come back to that. Corporate information section is there. Corporate information means you can provide your company name, right? So you can say, like, for example, your company name is Quick Hill, for example, Quick Hill Private Limited. Okay, your company name, your company slogan, what is company state? Maybe I will say Pune. Not Pune is not your city. State, maybe you can say MH, Maharashtra. Your postal code may be right? So whatever your company country is India, so you can provide some names here. It's text box actually. So your company details, so those details can be fetched. I will explain you. Style information, that what will be your font style, right? We have different courier does is these fonts are there, Noto Sans, all these fonts we know about this, right? So these fonts, how you want to generate this document in different fonts, right? So you can provide your font shading, color, font size, border color, text color, right? We'll come back one by one, but at least you should aware like what we are doing there. Grouping will come back, and all these ship to build to, I will come back to that, right? So I will just save, and then we'll discuss one by one all the fields, but at least you should aware like how you are creating high level code template. So today's intention is like to explain you all the objects. So what I did here now, what I did here today, so I created code template object, right? So code template object is your master object, correct? So once we have code template created, is section equivalent to paragraphs? Yes, it's similar to your paragraph, how you want to display. No, section is something different. It Okay, sorry, section is similar to your paragraph, that's correct statement, but let me come back to that and we'll explain, right? So I created this template, and if I go back, I should see that if I refresh this screen, and you can divide that particular all these things. If you say template, you will see this template what we created 930. If you can click on preview, you should see some of the fields, because something few things automatically will render. I will come back to that, how we can see your company name, your Pune, all these things, right? Your bill to ship to, your code number, so your part, right? So you can see automatically the width and everything is adjusted here, right? So it is your quantity, part, description, unit price of that particular license, everything, right? And there are some codes, terms and condition automatically added. Even I have not added those, because I will explain why those are automatically added, but give me some time. So this is your code template object. So you created code template, but if you go to related list, let me explain the hierarchy first. Automatically you can see all the line columns are added here, code, quantity. So what is this line column section? So inside this code template, we have uh, different objects actually. So we have line columns, right? So we have line columns. Maybe we can write this object name here, line columns. This is the first object that we have, right? So all the quantity part has description, unit price, description, extended. These are the all line columns and their API name. So all these field are from code line object. So whatever the code we have, right? So that's codes, whatever the code we have, right? For example, this code, any column you can add here and that can be displayed there. So any field from code line object is mapping with your line columns. So line columns are actually code line columns, right? So on code line we have quantity, so you can just take API name of that and you can display that API name here, field name. If you want to add new column here, you can click on new line column. For example, you want to add list price there, right? So if you want to add list price, you can have column heading as, for example, list price is your column heading, or net price, for example, because net price is required, right? So net price, what is my net price column name? uh, it's net unit price, right? So now let me check what is the API name for that. So let's discuss at least these line columns. It's very simple. So net unit price, my API name is net price. So I will copy that API name, and that API name you need to add in the field name. So automatically Salesforce CPQ understand we need to copy net price from your quote line, and that will be displayed in your generated order. So you need to display order. Display order means how you want to display these things, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the display order. So mostly what we are following here, you can see display order 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Why? Because for example, after unit price, I want to display net unit price. So 40 to 50, you can add 45. So automatically it will display. If I give display order like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in future, if I want to add any column in after quantity, you need to change your display order of all other columns as well. So instead of that, give some gaps, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So anyways, like in future, if you got any requirement to add new column in between, you can give that requirement, right? So width and everything, you can adjust whatever width you want, 10 maybe. Alignment, you want left, center, or right. So you need this column on right side or left side, right? Maybe center you can say, and you can save this. You can add font family, everything is there. It's again like formatting, right? Right margin, left margin, top margin, summary text color, right? So all these fields are there. I will just save that just to show you. So we added one line column here. You can see line columns, right? We added net price as your line column, right? And we added your width as 10. If I go and refresh this screen, right? So I selected 930 template. If I click on preview, right? So I should see that column net price, right? Net price is column there, but other columns will gone here because you need to remove the width of this description column. It's too high. That's the reason it will go outside this particular page. So you need to add this the width of all these columns. So you can see this is 50. Why we need this 50, right? So you can just change that description columns width to add this that column. So it's all about formatting, so you don't need to worry, it's not like that. So you can give the formatting like instead of 40 I will say 30. So you will add, it will adjust your width. So if I generate again, I'm just discussing about one table, right? So this table, so all other table, how to generate, how to do that, we'll come back to that, right? So this is like quantity, part has description, unit price, net price, whatever we added. So it will take net price from your quote line. So all the quote lines will be displayed here, two-wheeler and quick Quickie basic package. So this is all about line column, right? So that is the line column. So if you move forward to the another point, that is section. What is this section? That is the another object provided by Salesforce CPQ that we are calling as template section. So what is this template section? So template section is, as Nutan mentioned, like it's paragraph, right? So how you want to divide your document into section? Maybe what we can say, this quick heal, this is my top information, right? Your customer name, your quotation, this is your top section, right? You can create top section for that. Maybe I can create here itself, so you will understood better the diagram. Maybe I can say this is my top section where we will displaying all the fields. I can have bottom section as well. Bottom section means where we will display the signature part. Then I can have this particular table. This particular table is basically, I can say, your sales rep section or anything, whatever you want to say. You can say sales rep info section, right? You can divide your paragraphs. Then you have quote lines, right? So you can say quote line section or product section, whatever you want to say, right? Then you have terms and conditions, right? So that is your terms and conditions section. I'm just dividing this into paragraph and how you will, and that is your bottom section, right? That is your bottom section. So what I did, I created template section, right? Inside that I will have these types of section, right? So let me show you that how to create section. So let's create at least one section. I will show you what I'm trying to say here. So for example, I want to create, because let's see, you don't have anything here, for example, right? So what you will do, first thing is you need to create template, then you need to add line items, and then you need to create section. So all this section I will create quickly. So my first section is top section, right? I will say top section, right? So top section, I will say display order as 10, and all of the things I will keep as it is. Bottom margin, print code total, all these fields will keep as page break when you want to break the page before, after, right? All these things I will keep as it is. I will say that once I created this section, I just created section, I have not added any content to that. What will happen now? You will see the change, right? Nothing will display now, because now you are adding something custom. That's reason Salesforce will not display anything. Salesforce will stop doing whatever they were doing before. We were seeing all the sections there, but right now you are adding your custom logic. That's the reason nothing will display. You need to configure everything. So top section, I don't see anything. So how you will add top section here? Correct. That's what we need to discuss, how to add content. Then you can add all the sections here quickly. So I will explain all other things like how to display. I will just add section means paragraph. How to display the data in the paragraph, that we'll discuss. So display order maybe 20. I will save that. Then next section is quote line section, right? I'm just creating paragraphs. I'm not displaying any content inside that. I'm just giving display order, terms and conditions section. Okay, this is 40 order, and the last section is bottom section, right? So I created section, but section is just to display the data to end user. So there is controlling field on section actually. So what I'm trying to say here, for example, if you go to the section is not taking care of what data you want to display here. It will just take care of when you want to display this section, when you want to display that paragraph. So there is one conditional print field present on the section. That field will decide this section will display or not. For example, I want to display the paragraph there. means that will be part of your section. So based on your conditional print field, it will display. So conditional print field means it's anyways like your, for example, your primary checkbox is true on quote object, then and then you want to display this section. So you can check that primary here. It should return true or false value. So any field which you are referring here from quote object only, that should be boolean, that means true or false. For example, you want to check your quote is renewal, only that time you want to display top section. So what you need to do, you need to create formula field on quote object. If it is renewal, type is renewal, return true, otherwise false, and that field you can use here. That will be your conditional field. So I will come back to display that, but section is just to decide, do you want to display that paragraph or not. But actual paragraph where we are storing, nothing is changing here. We just added sections. If I click preview again, nothing is changing here because you have not added any content to your section paragraph. Any question as of now? How to add that content, like what content you want to display here, that we'll discuss. Let me take the questions. Nutan is asking few these. Yes, is section equivalent to paragraph? Yes, it's correct. Quote line equal to line column, that is also correct. This might be an invalid question. Is there any possibility to add chart in the code document PDF? That is not possible. It is not out of box, but you can do that by using custom code that I will explain, Visual Post Page. So that I'm coming to that content, how to add content by using Visual Post Pages as well, or HTML as well. So we'll come back to that. Conditional print field is applicable only for quote, or it can be applied to quote line. No, it's only for quote. So we'll come back to the conditional print field as well, but it should be quote field. If you have any quote line data, you can create your quote field, roll up field, and that quote field should be used here, right? Any questions on whatever we discussed, at least what is line column, what is template, and what is template sections? So what data you want to display, that is separate thing. Yes, Nautam.
Sorry, even after asking so many questions, there's one query. So when you said that we can roll up fields from quote line to quote, right? So that means I should consider, anyways, I think relationship between quote and quote line is master detail, correct? Is that correct?
No, it's
Okay.
lookup actually.
Lookup.
Yeah.
Then how I'll roll up?
Summary variable. That is the sense. Yeah.
Using summary variable, okay.
Correct.
Because roll-up summary we can create only for master detail relationship.
Correct. That's correct. It's not master detail actually. It's lookup relationship.
So I'll need to use summary variables.
Correct.
Okay.
And even that summary variable will display true or false value. So it's not allowing like whatever you are doing here, it should return true or false. Conditional print field means if it is true,
Okay, it's a
then true.
Boolean. It's
Boolean.
correct,
So
correct. Because I just want to inform system that I want to print this field, yes or no.
Correct.
Got
Yes
it.
or no is the condition. So we'll discuss actually mainly like there is other things as well to filter field from the quote line as well. So you can filter some quote lines data, but that's separate thing that I can display. So if you display table and inside that table what you want to display, that you can filter here as well. So let me come back to that. My intention is like just to explain you all the objects today, what is the use of each and every object, and then we'll go to the each and every field of each object actually. That's my intention.
Got it.
So we'll
Rahul, while you are on this screen, we have this roll-up field, right? Just on your screen right now.
yes.
What is it?
That is also useful. Yeah, that is also used to roll up the data from your quote line. So we'll come back to that actually. There are multiple fields here, group field, summary field. So we'll
Okay.
come back to that. Yeah.
Got it.
So
Okay.
what
Thank
we
you so
can
much.
do today, let's explain all the objects. Even I have not discussed any fields from code template. I'm just discussing all the objects high level, and then we can go and discuss in deep. If I discuss those things now, if I discuss filter now, you will not understand what filters we are doing, right? So let's understood like how we are high level generating PDF, and then we'll explain, elaborate more on the what is the use of each and every field. That's what I'm doing. So let me go to the next object, actual content, how you will display actual content. So to display actual content, there is separate object provided by Salesforce CPQ, that is template content, right? So this is the object provided by Salesforce CPQ. So inside that template content, we have different types of template content actually. So if you go here, it's not provided on code template. Code template, we have line, column, section, that's it. You need to go to the another object, that is template content. Right, so template content. On the template content, we have different types of template content actually. So if you click new, you will see different types of template content. So you can see HTML template content. So template content is basically what data you want to display on your generated document. It's HTML format. You can create your tables, line items, code terms, custom means Visual Force page, template bottom and template top. So I will come back to each and everything. So I have added that in the template section, template content. So I have added that PPT here. So let's discuss one by one. So I will start with the HTML. What is the HTML type, right? So we'll come back to all other things as well. What is the HTML? Let's continue there. If you want to create your own table, for example, you can use HTML, right? So you can give template content name as template top content. So I will say 930 here because I have already created few things there, so it should not combine. So I'm creating content with the type of HTML. You can give your font size 9, 10, whatever, your font family, whatever you want, your color, right? And here you will get one box. Here you can write your HTML code. But to write your HTML code, you need to click on source button. If you click on source button, then and then you can write your code. For example, you want to display HTML code to display table, right? I'm just taking this table from the code from the Google actually. So you will have this table, right? So I'm just copying this HTML text just to give you idea, right? So I'm not, so you can write your own code here. Table, this is HTML, right? Who is aware on the HTML side? You can write your own code and then again click on source to see the output. So if I click against the source, you can see output like this will be your table, first name, last name, age. So Jill, Avery, Smith, Jackson, 1590, because that is the table we are creating. First name, last name, age. That is first name, last name, age. And second one is first name, last name, age. So you have rows and columns here, right? So it will display your output as well. Again, if I click on source, it will give you the code if you want to change anything, right? For example, if you want to change the name to Rahul, right? So maybe this one Jill you want to change to Nathan, for example, right? So you can change, you can do your code, right? And then you can again click on source. You will see the change here, Rahul, Jackson, Smith, Nathan, whatever, right? So this is how you can create your HTML code. For example, sometime you want to display chart, you can use the chart from HTML. You can use the different things are there, formatting, quotation, color, CSS, links, images, block, and whatever. If you are master in HTML, you can use these things actually, and you can do these things here. That is your type HTML. Once I save this particular thing, right? Once I save that, your first template content is ready, right? Your first template content is ready with this particular table. Now you want to display this content to your generated document. You need to attach this content to your section. Maybe I will create one more section to just for testing purpose, temporary section, I will say. Just want to show you what I'm trying to say here. I want to display that at last 60 maybe. And what you need to do, I created another section just for to test this functionality. I can see that temporary section similar to all other section. If you go to that section, each and every section will have content. So what data you want to populate there, you need to provide that content name there. So what is my content name here? Top content 930. So if I save that, this particular section based on your conditional print field, this data will be displayed, right? So if I go and generate now, preview, your that John Smith, everything should be displayed here. It's not adding any borders because we have not added borders there, but it should display. So I'm just giving you a temporary section on how we are displaying data. Actual data I will explain how to we are displaying that, right? So if I go back to the template content, there are different contents actually I already created. Yeah, that is spelling mistake. That's fine. Yeah, Nutun spelling is wrong. Don't do that when you are in actual log. I'm just testing these
That's
things.
okay.
That's
I
why.
was just again
Yes.
just
So
like that I mentioned.
yeah, that's fine. So for example, if you have actual content, so for example, we created one more content with the type HTML, right? So here as well, I have created these things. So these types of HTML things you can do, and you can attach that to your any section. That section will be rendered to your generated document. So the link is how it linking your template content. Let me go back to Excel. Your template content is linking to your section. Content is attached to your section is attached to your template, and when you select template, it will render section will render the content. This is how the flow is. Correct. This is all about HTML. If you go and create new type of content here, HTML we discussed. Line item is the one of the section. Line item is one of the template content. So we discussed. Let me go back and update here as well. So it will be helpful for you. So HTML. Then we are discussing line items. Line item is very simple actually. It's coming bold actually. So line item is the another type of template content that is standard provided by Salesforce CPQ. You don't need to provide any code there. Line item means whatever the line item you want to display, that product, right? Table. So automatically that table will be displayed. Automatically all the things will happen. If I click continue, you don't need to give any code here. So you need to just give the name here, line item content. I'm just giving your batch name every time here, 930, right? You just need to give your content name, your font family, text color, that's it. Your type is line items. Line items means it will display one table automatically. This is standard actually. This type is standard. You don't need to add any code. And you can attach this content to your section. What are the sections there present? Sorry, I lost that. Okay, let me go back to template. If I go to the template, if I open your template, right? Content should be assigned to your section. What is the section to display your quote lines? This is the section, right? Quote lines section. If I go to that section, if I attach that content what I created recently, sorry, right? Line item content 930. So automatically what will happen if you selected this particular template, automatically this section will be rendered based on your conditional print field, and it will directly go to the this content, and your content type is line items. Automatically Salesforce internally understand I need to display all the products on the generated document. Automatically you don't need to create HTML or any add any table there. Automatically these things will happen. So you can see automatically table is generated, all the products are displayed here. But if you want to add another column here, you know what to do now. If you want to add another column here, you need to just go to the line column, right? You just need to go to the template, just need to add line item here. If you want to add an additional column here in the table, but you don't need to worry about how to create table. You just need to select template content type as line items. Are you clear on this? Okay. Similarly, if I click new again, what have we discussed? We discussed two types, HTML line items, right? We'll come back to this custom and code terms. We'll discuss template top and template bottom now. So if I selected template top, that is your next type of template content, template top, correct? Why it's coming bold every time? So that is the next template content type. What is this top? It's similar to your HTML, but automatically this will give you some HTML code. You can change whatever you want. So if I continue, it's a type, but it's actually HTML. What it will do, because most of the companies they need so they need actually this HTML, this high level, right? So your top will be looks like this, right? You are displaying your code name, date, your company's logo, your company name. So everything you are displaying here, right? So you are querying, if you click on source here, you will see all the code here they have written. So as for CPQ, If you want to change anything, you can change that. And most of the thing here, what I am trying to say, for example, you want to copy the fields from your template. For example, let me save this and we'll save, let me save this actually. We'll come back in a minute. So this is your template top content. You can assign this content to your section. So what is section created for top? This is the top section, right? So on the section, you can attach your content, template top, right? I have given the name as template top as well. Okay. If I save that, right? If I clear preview now, it should show you the template top. Template top means automatically your few things are already provided by Salesforce CPQ. Automatically your company name, whatever provided on template, your Pune, ship to, build to, all these things will be displayed. That is your top section. This is your top section, right? Till here. And then your product that we added, and then your first name, last name that we added, that is template section. Now my question to everyone, how your code data is dynamically populated. Your code is 5.3, your date, your ship to, build to, everything is populated from your, even your Quick Heal company name, right? It's coming from your code template. So how you are doing this, all these things, and how we are fetching this data dynamically. So if you go to any content, HTML content, Salesforce CPQ provided these things. You can see if you go to the source, right? Here, if you want to fetch company's name, you need to write the syntax like this. Let me zoom this out if you're not able to see it, right? So you need to write syntax like this, template dot your company name. So if you want to fetch anything from your template, so right now what we are doing, you are fetching your company name from here, your template's company name, Quick Heal. So what is the API name of company name? You can fetch template objects any field, company name, company street, company city, by using this syntax, template dot. You need to always write template dot. This is your complete syntax, and any API name from your template object, code template object. This is syntax to add your template. Similarly, if I want to fetch code data, for example, ship to, build to, or your code name, right? So here I zoomed out too much. So here I am fetching code hash. Code hash means actually your code name, your date, what is your code created date, what is your code expiration date. So all these things are coming from code object. How we are fetching that data in your HTML? We have another syntax. If you go scroll down, this is all your template fields, company email, all these things we are copying from template. But if you want to copy anything from code object, sorry, you can write this like this, your code dot name. So any field from code object, you can write code dot any API name from the field, right? Here as well, you can see code dot created date, your expiration date. So any field from code object, you can copy by using this syntax, code dot any field name. So let me go back to the slide actually. So that we are calling as merge field. So there are different merge field syntax that we are using in HTML actually, only HTML. So you can see code dot your field name. You need to add your API name that will fetch the value from your code object. Template dot this field name, it will fetch the data from code template. There are two more things actually. Primary contact dot name. Primary contact dot name means on code object, if you go to any code, right? If I go to the code, so one thing is here, we can only fetch the code data and template data. You cannot write like opportunity dot something. You cannot write like code line dot something. It's not allowed. Only code and template is allowed, and this primary contact is allowed because on code actually we have primary contact field, right? So this primary contact, if you populate any primary contact here, for example Rahul, so this primary contact is going to your, if you open this, it will open actually Salesforce contact object. So you can fetch contact object field. You cannot, so any contact object field, you can have different fields here, right? Home or mobile, other things. So what you can write, primary contact dot any field from your contact object, you can fetch by using this. What I'm trying to say here, the syntax to copy contact data is primary contact dot any field from primary contact, not any field actually. There is again limitation. So let me go to the next slide. So from primary contact object, that contact object, you can fetch only these fields: email, fax, first name, last name, mailing city. Only these fields can be accessed by using that primary contact dot email, primary contact dot fax, primary contact dot first name, last name. So this is supported only for primary contacts. Similarly, we have another syntax that is salesrep dot name. The salesrep field is also present on your quote object. If you go back to the quote, you will have salesrep actually. Yeah, you have salesrep field on quote object. So what is this salesrep? If you open this Rahul CPQ, it's user. So this salesrep is lookup to your user. So you can fetch any data from user record, right? But not all the fields. Again, the syntax is salesrep dot name, but the limitation is from salesrep as well. Salesrep as well, that user, you can fetch only these fields. So salesrep dot city dot country dot email dot extension. So only these fields are supported from salesrep, and only these fields are supported from primary contact. Right? So basically, let me repeat these things again. If you want to fetch any data from quote object, you can write the query as quote dot your API name. Similarly, this is your standard field, that's in SPQQ. Even if you have custom field, quote dot any field that you created, you can write quote dot your custom API name, custom field API name. That is a thing what you want to access from quote object and display it into the HTML. Template dot something, you can access anything from quote template. Primary contact, it similarly it will fetch the quotes primary contact dot something. Salesrep, quotes salesrep dot something. Any confusion do you see here? And these all syntax we are using in your HTML type, right? So you can see code dot name, right? So if you want to display anything, so you can use the syntax. But I'm answering to your question. You opportunity dot something, quote line dot something, contract order, those all objects are not supported here. You need to create formula field on quote object, and that formula field can be referred here. So you cannot go outside quote and document. Any questions? Pretty easy. You just need to aware on HTML side. But you can copy paste anything. When you want to create table, just write that query here as create table. It will give you the HTML code. If you want to fetch any data from quote object, you can write this syntax, right? So this is all about template top section. This is template top content type. Similarly, we have another type, template bottom, right? So when you think about bottom, you go to the generate document. Right? So similar to template top, we have template bottom, because bottom means you want to display your bottom section, that is your signature and all these things, right? So all these things are all again provided by Salesforce CPQ. So if I can continue, again, it will give you the HTML actually. So it will have your title, notes, terms and condition, your signature part, your name, right? And thanks for your business. So if you click on the source here again, it will give you the HTML text where you can see the different fields from your different objects, right? So all these things, it's again HTML actually. So it's not like adding any new things here. And this template bottom, you can refer to your section. So you need to create your content and attach to your section. For example, this bottom section, right? So you need to go and attach that bottom section here. Template bottom. Yeah, template bottom. So if I select that, and if I click on preview now by selecting your template 930, I click on preview, it should show you the signature part as well. So it should show you top content, it will show you your quote lines content, then it will show you your bottom section, right? So all that signature and everything is displayed here. Let me remove this first name last name that we added just for temporary purpose. So let me go back to the template and let me delete that section completely. View all. So we added this temporary section, right? So that we don't need now. We can delete that. So this is all about your different template content. So this is template top, then template bottom that we discussed now, right? That is another type. Let's finish a new more type that is very simple. So I will quickly finish. So we discussed template type, template bottom. We discussed line, column, and HTML. So let's discuss custom. Custom means if you have very custom requirement that you cannot achieve with HTML, you cannot achieve with line item, you cannot achieve with the bottom and top, you need to go with the custom. Custom means if you click custom, you need to give your, this is the syntax actually, you need to give your Visualforce page name here and you can create that. So what you need to do, if you are aware from Apex side, development side, I'm not sure how much you are aware on Visualforce page, but you need to create your Visualforce page. That Visualforce page can call your Apex class or Lightning component, and there are multiple customization that you can do there, whatever you want. And the syntax to call that Visualforce is apex underscore, I mean slash c underscore underscore your page name. So this is your page name of your Visualforce page. So that is your custom. No one is using this because no one want to add that Visualforce page and more complexity there. But if you want to add, then you can do that, right? This is your custom thing. So I added that syntax as well here. If you go here, you can give the apex dot my page name. So my page name is your API name of your Visualforce page, correct? That is the custom type. It's up to your knowledge, right? If you are aware on the custom Visualforce page, you need to create and just give that name there. It will automatically display that Visualforce page and all the tables, whatever you have added in that Visualforce page, you can display that by using custom. And that is last code terms actually that we can discuss tomorrow because it's very important. You need to create your code terms and maybe we can discuss now as well, but let's discuss that tomorrow instead of now. So that code terms we can discuss tomorrow because I am also tired now. Any questions? What we discussed: HTML, line items, custom, template bottom, and template bottom, top, and HTML are same because those are HTML. Line item is directly standard provided by Salesforce CPQ to display the lines, and custom is something Visualforce page, and code terms is something that we can discuss tomorrow. Any questions, comment?
Hi Rahul, this is Kanchana. I have a doubt in assignment. Can you please explain? In the
Yes.
PPT,
How much time it will take? I'm really tired, but if you just have doubt on the what is the ask, then you can explain. Otherwise, solution
yeah,
standpoint, maybe we can. uh,
yeah, in PPT 7, like you, so sales rep, I need option to select shipping country, and based on my selection, like
Seven.
and you give
Oh,
like product,
sorry.
those products belongs to different bundles. So. So like it is like I have to create configuration attribute for each bundle, and then I should use that the product rule that which is selection using lookup queries to insert those uh, the table.
So this is the slide, right? Assignment number 7.
Yes, 7. Yeah.
As a sales rep, I need option to select shipping country, and based on my selection, it should display the product list which can be shipped in that country. I need this for all features. Sales rep cannot proceed with the selection of shipping country. Okay. So here, what is your question? Sorry.
Like these product belongs to different bundles. Like the first one is one bundle, and second two is another bundle. So I need to create a configuration attribute for all the three bundles, and then I
Yes.
should use that selection rule using lookup queries to insert this table.
Yes, and that selection rule should be added to the both the bundles.
I think three bundles. Okay, so three of the
Yeah.
bundles I should add it, right? Yeah.
Otherwise, instead of adding that many complexity, you can create one bundle. Instead that, you can add all these bundle. I mean, all this product. I mentioned about to create
Yeah.
different, but you can, for simplicity purpose, even if you can create three bundle, it doesn't add any more value. I mean, even you
Yeah.
can test with one bundle. That is also fine. One bundle, all this product.
Okay, so
When you
yeah,
create,
that's
when you
what I was thinking. Like I can create an like common bundle, and then I can add all these
yes,
product and create. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
because the intention
That
is like you should understood configuration attribute and selection rule, right? So
okay,
if you can
okay,
test it inside one bundle, that is also fine.
okay, okay. Thank you, Rahul. And I have like problem with my product selection screen. Like I've created three bundle. One of the bundle is not coming in the product selection screen, and when I select other two, like one of the bundle it shows invalid field, and another bundle is showing it shows nothing in that product. Like it's just the bundle name.
I'm not sure what is happening, but let's connect. Maybe if you are okay, maybe tomorrow. Uh, maybe first few, maybe last 15 minutes we can use for question answering. I mean, for assignment related things, if anyone has anything. Otherwise, even I am planning to have separate session to help you on the assignments.
Okay,
So give me today's day,
okay,
like
sure.
I'm today, but tomorrow, or maybe give me tomorrow as well. Tomorrow, last 15 minutes, you can discuss Kanchana's question at least. So if others have also question, like let's take everyone's question day after tomorrow as well. We can schedule separate session day after tomorrow. There we can explain everyone each and every assignment. But tomorrow, last 10 minutes or 15 minute Kanchana, at least what you are saying, like bundle is not displaying or anything, that we can debug actually.
Okay, thank you, Rahul.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, then thank you so much. We can connect tomorrow, same time. If there is no meeting for me in my company, then we can connect because this week is very busy. So we'll keep you posted. Like, but keep in mind, like, if I'm not informing, that means we have meeting. If I'm informing, then and then you, you can think as it is cancelled. Okay. So let's connect tomorrow, same time, same link. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, Rahul.